have to check up, because we can't do this type of similar things in our future webinars. Because if we are not able to do this successfully, then there will be a lot of disappointments, and we will lose our face. So anyway, we will learn a lesson, and we will definitely improve our future programs, because we are planning every Sunday a webinar, so that our friends can sit at home and watch the fun. That is our idea. So why I'm feeling fun is that music therapy is really a fun, and I have been enjoying it for last 30 years, and because I am taking my life also as a funny sort of things. So none of the trauma which I underwent affects me in any manner. So that power is because of music only. So that's how I am, like a mad person, doing all sorts of things. And I am very grateful for my friends and fellow colleagues. They have given so much of encouragement to me, and they have been with me all through. And we are building up a association with some 100 members right now. We are expecting by the end of this year. The idea of music therapy association, I must share with you, is that we have a very rich culture of music. I was enjoying the way Sudha Ganesh and Shweta madam, they all spoke from different angles. And this sort of rich culture, nowhere in the world you have. And particularly, I know about the richness of music, therapeutic music, because in raga itself, there is an ingredient of therapeutic elements, because it is not, raga is not conceived as an aesthetic sort of emission. It is as well therapeutic, because in old days, in Indian culture, we never had medicine. We had food as medicine. So the same concept went with music. There was no music therapy per se, but music itself was therapeutic, and that's how the whole system of raga is conceived. It's beautiful that when we see the history of raga and the way raga works, you find that in the raga music, there is an inbuilt tension first, and also there is an inbuilt relaxation, which I would like to sort of present right now by taking some Vedic chants, because it all originated from Vedas. So I go to the Vedic chant. I got a slide, but unfortunately I could not show because I am talking from my cell phone, and so I am not able to make it compatible. But nevertheless, I can say that in the Vedic intonation itself, there is tremendous amount of involvement of mind, because you have actually three tones, which I try to play right now. So there are three tones. They are called Anudatta. You just listen to this. I hope you are able to listen. Am I audible to you all? Durgesh ji?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are.
Okay. Then we have three
Yes, sir.
tones in yoga,
Yes, sir.
in Vedas. Thank you very much. So the first is called Anudatta. Then you have Udatta, Anudatta, Udatta, and Swarita. There are three tones. Anudatta is something like a lower swara, and Udatta is a raised pitch, and Swarita is the upper swara. So I play this because I want you to absorb these three tones, because if you have absorbed these three tones, you have absorbed the whole music of India. So this is very simplified sort of classical music, because it originated from these three tones. The first tone, Anudatta, I am playing it from I am playing it from my keyboard. This is called Anudatta, and there is the next tone, Udatta, that also I play. Then you have the third one, Swarita. So these three tones, uh, actually, you know what happens? These tones themselves convey certain communication to us. When we chant our Vedas, so which, you know, I will take the Taittiriya Upanishad. There is a chant of Veda. I will try to chant it. Om Sam no Mitra Sam Varunah Sam no Bhavat Varyamam Sam na Indro Bruhaspatihi Sam no Vishnu Rukramah Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmamavatu Tadvaktaramamavatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This is how we recite. There are only three tones, which I told you: a lower tone and a raised pitch and an upper swara. So the three tones I
Awesome,
again
sir.
play. Can you hear me? Can you hear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if you say, suppose I say Om, Om. Ayatanavan Bhavati. So these three tones, if you take the first tone, and which is E in my keyboard, when you listen this tone very carefully, it communicates one thing, that is, there is some sort of uncertainty, doubt, or fear you must feel in that tone. It's a feeling I am talking about, because it is not saying anything in linguistically, but it is giving you a feeling that is something like uncertainty, fear, and doubt. Okay, then you take the upper swara, which is now G, that is called Swarita, and this one says, as if it is asking you a question. Again, you listen to this, it is something, it's questioning you. Okay, now one swara says uncertainty, it is telling you some sort of problem, fear, doubt, and the other swara is questioning you. So this is a two swaras. One is going to ask you question, and one is going to show some fear or doubt or something like that, repeatedly, because it's all going to be cyclic. Now you just listen to these two tones and distinguish uncertainty from question. So now the third swara is most important, that is called Udatta, which is actually, this is actually F sharp. You just see how this gives you a feeling. This swara gives you a feeling of resolution, because the other two swaras make you tense. The swara in E, it is doubting you, it is showing something scared, it happens, some uncertainty, some discomfort, it shows. The G swara, it is questioning you. It's also doubting, but it is powerfully, it is even attacking you. The first swara is not attacking you, but it is pestering you. The second swara is attacking you. Now when you are attacked, Then the third swara comes for the rescue. It says Om, Om, Om. It is balancing both these attacks. It is like on both sides you are attacked. You are attacked with some interior problems like fear, and you are having an exterior problem like somebody is questioning. But in your mind, what's happening? It is balancing. It is balancing and it is giving a resolution. And when you are going to repeatedly look at these three swaras, now what has happened? Each swara is doing its job. It is actually teasing you. It is teasing your mind. In fact, by teasing your mind, and it is also comforting with one of the swaras and repeatedly, so you get, it is a simulation process. Mentally, you get used to get teased by the circumstances around you, but you are able to sort of build up immunity. That is what people are talking about. This immunity you are picking up mainly because of your musical indulgence. So it is necessary that people start learning music, singing, at least listening. It's not listening is not enough, because active music therapy is more useful for people with depression and people with all other kinds of problems like mental tension and all that. So for them, the active music therapy is recommended, and people should need not come and talk, sing before the public. They can sing in their bathroom so that nobody is going to attack them. So kindly, make that music is a practice, and you are not singing for others. You are singing for yourself. Your music is for you. It is self music therapy. It is not meant for others. So you look after yourself. You love yourself so that you can love others also. You need not worry about others. You worry about yourself. So this is very important. And there is another very important thing in our ancient culture. You must have heard about voodooism, shamanism, tantrism, and all those isms. So they are all cults actually. Many cults were there in India, as well as these sort of cults I have seen Europe and other things also, some 3,000, 5,000 years back. So in all these cults, they were using what is called vocables. It sounds like vocal, VOCABLES, vocables. These vocables are actually emotionally enriched communications, though they have no meaning. They are all meaningless noises or sounds, you can call it. It's more sounds actually than noise, but sometimes too much of sound also becomes noise. Like people also get headache after listening to some music. I know that I've been the victim. So what's important here in these vocables is that in these vocables, the brain cortical function, because there has been a scientific report on that, brain cortical function and sympathetic tone activation has been reported by some scientists from Taiwan and all that. So why I'm telling is this is the oldest sort of available music information with us, but it is used very profusely in our raga system. Even in our classical raga system, you must have heard there are so many singers, before singing, they start teasing you with these vocables, because even before singing a song in South India, they start with this. They call it alapana. In Hindustani, they call alap. because in alap it's nothing but vocables. For instance, if I try to communicate something, you know, about the raga, beauty of the raga, I can communicate better with a few sort of muffled noises, or you can't call it songs, but it is definitely something like songs, because there has been certain sort of swaras which are being honored and which are being followed. So here I've got a bad throat because I am actually virtually I am shouting today. It's a big adventurous, but nevertheless I give a small sort of sample of whatever a bit I have learned in music, because music is an ocean, and that is the big challenge, and music therapy is also a big challenge. And I am happy that we have challenge, because we are facing challenges and we are made to face challenges, because unless there are challenges we cannot understand the world. So it is necessary that we face all these challenges and smilingly. So now, you know, this particular vocables which I am taking it out from Darbari Kannada, that's my favorite rag, and it helps me overcoming whenever I had certain depression in life or some sort of problems, personal problems. Then, you know, I used to do this vocables maybe for 5-10 minutes in the morning and in the evening. I'm not singing, but normally I sing this in my bathroom only. But today I dare to sing because, you know, somebody last time when I sang, somebody said I sang very well and all that. So they have not run away. So I know that you also cannot run away because you are already trapped in your houses. So I can jolly well sing now. So this is the raga is called Darbari Kannada. Sari sari sariga mari sa ni sari sagari ni sari o ni sari ni sariga mari sa. So this has no meaning at all, but it is full of emotion. You know, that is the beauty about music, is that meaningless. Even these days, you know, the youngsters, they have these rap songs. There are a lot of raps coming up, and if you see the meaning, yeah, there is hardly anything to learn or understand or anything. But it is the rhythm part of it, and the rhythm that gives you energy. And youngsters, teenagers and all, they love this type of raps now. Even in Hindi songs, I am finding a lot of people using raps. So now I have the last. Do I have time for 5 minutes? I have. Okay. So this
Yes, sir.
this
You
is
can
the
summarize. Yes.
yeah the raga advantage in music therapy. I must share with you, because we are all lucky. We are all gifted by raga, being Indians, and in India, we have got such a rich 6,000-year-old culture of music. It's a heritage. It's not a time tested music we have got. We have got time honored music. It is called time honored music. And these vocables and Vedas, which I talked just now, and you have also yoga system. We call it Nada Yoga system because Nada Yoga system is a very rich system in which sound is seen in a different angle. Because for a physicist, sound is an alteration of compression and rarefaction. Okay. But for Nada yogis, it is not just a physical objective. Sound is considered as soul actually. That is, the consciousness is sound. So they have invented the name Nad. Nad means it is a combination of a particular sound energy with your consciousness, because this is interconnected actually, the consciousness. That is how we have got Big Bang theory. You must have heard in science. The Big Bang theory brought in universe, brought in everything, brought in nature, brought in earth, planets, so many things, moon, sun, everything came from Big Bang. So that is the concept. The concept is that we are all built of sonic energy. Everybody, if suppose I am talking today, also I am having that sonic energy which makes me drive and all. And then there are so many things around us, like trees, animals, not only them, they even inanimate objects like mountains, water, so many things, they are all made of the same sonic energy due to condensation, you know. So they are all condensed sonic energy, and they cannot be sort of calculated with the what is the hertz or frequencies and all. You cannot calculate them. But even then, the Earth's rotation, they have these electromagnetic, conclusion that Earth's rotation is calculated as 8 hertz. 8 hertz is supposed to be a very healing, what we call sound emanations, and we have this 8 hertz in our old system. In our Carnatic music and Hindustani music, we have this. How we get it is because of certain mathematical calculation. We have calculated for 432 hertz. That becomes A above C, because just now I played my keyboard and A above C. That I just play now. That A above C is 432 hertz. So from that, relatively we are sort of calculating, and then that becomes a sort of sonic energy which is conducive for us. But unfortunately, I must tell you that in the Western system, they have what is called equal. They call it actually equal distance. Where they actually yes. So we have what we call just intonation. So just intonation actually it starts because of 432 hertz, but in other sort of thing, that equal distance part of it, they have 440 hertz. That's what that comes. They have sort of mentally calculated that and then fixed it in A above C. So because of that, many people think that it is not very healing and it is not very therapeutic. But the Indian system, they say it is better and things like that. But I'm not very sure about it. But there are some research papers I happen to see which also say the same thing. But we have to research it further. And then the ragas, which were beautifully sung by two ladies today, I compliment them, I congratulate them. They are taking so much interest in IMTA and its activities, and they were the first one to come forward to talk in this. That's why they were included in the first webinar. And I'm very happy to say so many people from IMTA, they are ready to come and share their ideas, share their experience with you. And hopefully, we will be able to do a better job from next week onwards. Next week, at the same time, we are going to have another webinar where very reputed speakers are going to be there, like Dr. Vijayalakshmi Subramaniam, Dr. Meenakshi Ravi, Madam Rajam Shankar, and then we are going to have another lady, very promising lady, Madam um, uh, Shambhavi Das. She is very promising music therapist. So I'm very happy that 4